Today in the kitchen, we are going to be making zucchini fries that are going to be a great side to any meal. And I'm going to show you step by step today how you can make them at home in your own kitchen. So first we're going to start with our zucchini. So what I took is 2 large zucchinis and I have chopped them into fairly equal size. And that's going to be the try is the key word, is that you want to try to get them to be equal size, about steak fry size, and so that they're going to cook all evenly. But if they're not all the same size, which mine are not, that's not going to be a big deal. So this is what they're going to be looking like, about steak size fries. So these aren't just going to be regular zucchini fries that you just pop in the oven and bake. They are actually going to have a crispy coating on them. So to be able to ensure that everything's going to adhere to the actual zucchinis, I have pre-cut them and let them come to room temperature so that when I coat them in the coconut oil doesn't harden right away. And that is a key step, because you want the coconut oil, when you coat them, to stick to the breading that you're going to put on there. And I will say it's not actually bread. We got a key ingredient that we're going to be putting in there today, so that it actually sticks, so that when you actually bake them, everything, you don't want a zucchini fry where you start eating it and the breading falls off. We definitely don't want that. So I have pre-cut them, I've let them come to room temperature, and so then I've also taken a glass bowl, something that is oven safe, that you can put in the oven and get hot. I have taken my bowl and I have heated my coconut oil. So I'm not just using regular coconut oil either. What I'm using is, it's actually butter flavored coconut oil. And so I've melted about 1.5 tablespoons into my glass bowl. Now, if your zucchini is not room temperature enough, when you put this in here, it's going to get a hard coating on it because it's too cold. The coconut oil is actually going to be hardened, and we definitely don't want that. We want it to stay liquid until we actually are ready to coat. So we are going to take our zucchini that we have let come down to room temperature, and we are going to put them into your glass bowl with the melted coconut oil. Then I'm going to take my tongs and I'm going to toss them in the coconut oil. As you can see, all the coconut oil has coated the zucchinis. And that's exactly what we want, and it's still liquid. So I'm going to take a gallon size Ziploc bag to be able to toss them. So we're going to go ahead and make our coating. So what I have is, I have about a little over a cup of almond flour. So it can be almond meal, almond flour, doesn't really matter. If you want it a little bit more coarse, you can definitely get the more coarse. I have fine ground almond meal. I'm going to go ahead and put this in there. Now the great thing about this coating, or this breading if you will, is that it's versatile. If you added a little bit more of something that you like, or a little less of something, or you didn't have enough of it, you can actually, this will be perfectly fine. So it's still going to work very well on your zucchini fries. You just want to have a nice coating. So I've got that, about a cup of almond meal. I then want a little bit of a starchy to really adhere to the zucchini fries. So I have a tablespoon of coconut flour and a tablespoon of arrowroot. And then I've mixed in there a dash of salt, some pepper, and then some garlic powder. We're just going to go ahead and pour all of that into the bag. Now, if there are other seasonings that you like, whether you want parsley or you want onion salt or you want any of those other herbs or spices in there, you can make this your own. So we are then going to take our zucchini fries. Just make sure that it's not getting hard on the actual zucchini fries itself, because that's not what we want. And so this is actually hardening up a little bit. So what I'm going to do to combat that is I'm going to stick this in the oven for about a minute or two, because I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees. And then once that has melted and started to heat them just ever so slightly, we're then going to coat them, because we want it to be liquid when I put it in here, so that then the coconut oil will harden as soon as the coating gets on there. That's what's really going to stick to the zucchini fries. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this in the oven for just a few minutes to melt everything. While those zucchini fries are starting to heat up ever so slightly to melt that coconut oil, I am going to line a baking sheet with some parchment paper so we can lay them out there once we actually start coating them. We are going to be taking our breading and we are going to be putting our zucchinis in there, and we're going to give it a little toss in probably 2 different batches. And so we're just going to line them individually in a row on our parchment paper here. All right, as you can see, all the zucchini are nice and coated and lined on my baking sheet. These are ready to go in the oven now and bake. Now, zucchinis, when you cook them, often will become watery, very mushy and soggy, and we definitely don't want that with our fries. So we want to cook them to a point where they're not raw, but we also don't want them to be mushy either. So you have to be, depending on how big you made your fries, the cut of your zucchini is, it's really going to depend on how long you're going to cook them. For about my size, I'm probably going to cook them in an oven at 350 degrees for about 10 to 12 minutes. I will try it, make sure that it takes that crunch out of there, but yet it's not soggy. If they need to go a little bit longer, you just let them go a little bit longer until they are at your perfect consistency. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these in the oven, and I can't wait to show them to you when they come out. And while our zucchini fries are cooking, I'm going to make up a nice little dip that you can actually dip your zucchini fries in. So I'm going to start off by chopping up 1 clove of garlic. We are then going to use avocado mayonnaise as the main consistency to our actual dip for our zucchini fries. So this is what I use in my kitchen. You can find it at a lot of different health food stores. Instead of using a canola oil as the oil to make the mayo, this is actually made with avocado oil. So it's just a better one. Now, if you cannot have eggs, maybe you're egg intolerant, you won't be able to do this dip. So unfortunately, you have to be able to have eggs to be able to have mayonnaise. So I just take a big dollop, put that in there. We are then going to spice it up with some seasonings. Now, I love paprika, so I'm going to use 2 different kinds of paprika. I'm going to use regular and smoked. So I'm just going to put a dash in there. You can put more, you can put less. Some garlic powder. Some pepper. And then some salt. And just give that a good... This is going to be very garlicky with our garlic and our garlic powder. I like garlic. If you don't really like garlic, you can use less if you really like. Get out a little taste. This will be perfect for our zucchini fries. All right, these cooked for about 12 minutes and they are perfect. So I've got them out, I've got them on my plate, and I've got them with my dip. And I can't wait to enjoy these. And I'm sure that you can't wait to make these either. So I hope you make these, I hope you enjoy them. They're a great side to any main dish. And you guys have a great day and enjoy your zucchini fries.